We're back today with another race in FFRL, Fast Fridays Racing League, on the F1 26 DLC for F1 2025. And yeah, today we've got the fifth round then of the season, the Miami Grand Prix, coming off the back of another alright result in Silverstone, another points finish. Obviously we got moved up another position post-race after a steward's report for an incident up in front of us, but yeah, didn't have the most pace in that race, so yeah, I was hoping to have a little bit of a better performance this time round. And yep, as I say, here at Miami then, a track that I did mention last time, not a huge fan of, but I think I've grown to like it a little bit more. And it's mostly just that like S section near the start of the lap that I really struggle with. That yeah, is a bit of a problem for me, but I'm also just not really a fan of this whole section where there's just absolutely no way to like race each other and it's all just single file. But you know, at least the good thing about this track with the 26 cars is that there's plenty of opportunity to recharge, so you can really push for the whole lap pretty much. So yeah, that's at least a plus side of this track and these cars. Yep, on this game. So yeah, it was nice to be able to push a bit more than we did in Silverstone during this qualifying lap. And this was by far the best lap I've done around Miami, I think. And yeah, just everything got hooked up and managed to get up to 7th, which I think is quite decent. Still not close to a full grid, but you know, it was a few more than last time. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. Cookie on pole then from Alf, Outdoor Flame, then Marcus in 4th. No Sanitatos this week then, the championship leader. And one of the other championship contenders, Fleet, crashed in qualifying and will be starting at the back, so yeah, that really mixed up the grid a little bit for this one. As we see then, the weather forecast first race, and starting off nice and sunny, but it's actually going to rain quite close to the end of the race. Then I decided to go with what was my initial plan, even if it was dry, which was to start on the mediums and then go over to the hards. But obviously they'll probably change a bit depending on when exactly it looks like the rain's going to come down. As you can see, not looking like it's going to be anytime soon at the moment, but yeah, we'll see how long it takes then. See if there's any safety cars as well. Underfueled quite a bit for this one because you can save quite a bit during those sort of like recharge moments during the race. So yeah, we've underfueled quite a bit as we are lined up on the grid, and we've already effectively gained a position then because Subaru there, who was 5th on the grid, has disconnected or left, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're just waiting for their AI car to take the place, but that'll be a position gain for us then pretty much straight away off the line then once we get underway here. And yeah, we've got the lights coming on now. And we're underway then for the Miami Grand Prix. We actually had a pretty good launch that time then, straight past that ghost car, side by side with Dave into the first corner here, but we're on the outside line here, and there wasn't a whole lot of space on the inside for turn 2, so I had to back out a little bit. Brock is also there lagging about quite a bit, so that was sort of throwing me off a little bit here, and now looks like we're going to lose a position here to Cronin as well. So what was initially a good launch has not turned into the best of starts really. We've already dropped a few places there, but we'll see if there's a chance to fight back here then down this long, not really a straight but flat out section down towards 10-11 here. Use as much of the battery as we can and see if we can fight back here then on the Audi of Cronin. I was going to look to the inside line then down towards 10-11, and we should have it done on the brakes, but well, it's still side by side with us then. And yeah, through this tight section, as I mentioned before, it's really just single file through here. So yeah, once Cronin had the high ground there, so I just had to, you know the position was lost and back out of it there, because there would have just been an unnecessary collision otherwise. But yeah, we'll skip on to lap 2 now then, where we've got overtake mode now. Obviously Cronin will have it as well, but hopefully we'll have a bit more straight line speed here. And yeah, we'll see what we can do then. So it looks like we've got a good run then on the outside line this time, so maybe that'll work a little bit better for us than it did the previous time. But yeah, we're comfortably ahead this time before the corner, so it should be more straightforward this time round. And yeah, we are up and into 7th position then, and we'll see if we can get back after Brock and Dave, who we were fighting at the start. But now skipping on to lap 3, and well, there are a whole lot of red X's that suddenly appeared above everyone's names. And yeah, unfortunately I disconnected here. Don't know why, but just seems to be an annoying recurring issue all through my time in League Racing that, you know, we have the odd disconnection. Obviously it's been at quite crucial times in the past, but thankfully on this occasion I was able to get back in because there was a safety car, and it's invite only, this lobby, and yeah, thankfully because of the safety car, Fleet was able to get me back in. So yeah, big shout out to Fleet for that, for getting me back in, because yeah, obviously I would have had no chance of getting back in otherwise. And yeah, we'll have another chance at this then. I didn't lose too much time, only down into 8th place then, what with that safety car coming out. Now if I'd had a chance to think about it a bit more, I would have probably come in here and put the hard tyres on and tried to make them last until the rain came down, probably, because it's probably going to come down earlier in the race now than we were expecting because of the safety car, and the hard tyres probably have a quite good chance of, you know, getting to whenever that rainfall is. So if I'd had a chance to think about that a bit more, I'd have probably come in there, but nonetheless, we're just going to have to make do with what we've got now then, and continue on these medium tyres, back up into 6th place because of those cars pitting. So yeah, we'll just have to see what we can do now then, and yep, just make the most of this, well, make the best of this strategy, I guess, then, for the time being. But yeah, obviously, for the safety car, it's all bunched everything up again, so yeah, we're still right in the fight, so we'll see what happens then. And yeah, in behind Fleet now then, who obviously started at the back. No overtake on this lap, but we will have the boost then down this section. But yeah, not really close enough then, and we'll be under pressure, it looks like, again from Cronin, who I believe did pit because they started on the softs, I think, and then now on the hards. And in fact, well, it's Alf then. I don't know where they came from there, but they passed Cronin and they've yeah, gone side by side with us then into 10-11, and then we just, I think, just a bit too eager out there on the throttle trying to keep the position, and that was quite a costly mistake there because yeah, we lost. Well, didn't just leave up to Alf, we lost out to both Cronin and Dave as well there. So yeah, we dropped down to 9th then. So yeah, a bad, one or two corners there for us, and we're under pressure and Tolly as well, so it could still get worse for us here. But we'll try and try and hold on to this one. But yeah, didn't do the best job of that then, because yeah, just then immediately outbraked ourselves. But then Tolu lights up the rear tire on the exit, so we're back through then. And we thankfully managed to get overtake there, so hopefully now we can catch back up a bit. And yeah, we're still just about in touch, but yeah, now Tolly once again has a chance to get past us again here then. The winner from round 1, of course, so yeah, they'll be looking to get back up the field a bit, because still in contention, what with Thanatartos not racing this week. And yeah, they're up then and into 9th position now then, and we'll see if we can fight back and yeah, stay with that group up in front of us. As Alf is in the pits then, I think they might have had a penalty there, which is where they came in, as yeah, Gamer's now on the attack then into the first corner, and we're side by side, and well, it's so difficult to run side by side there because of those high curbs. You can't really ride them too well, but we're just about staying ahead. But no, Gamer's managed to go on the outside here then, and yeah, I was trying to make sure I left enough space there, and yeah, I was on a bit of a compromise line there, and yeah, Gamer went through. And what we'll see now then, is it going to be a repeat of Silverstone here, where once we yeah, get into a nice long straight here, we use the batch to just breeze past once again, and yeah, it looks like that's exactly what's happened then. We're back up then into 9th position. Brock still quite close up in front of us then, who is on the same strategy as us then, having not stopped yet on the medium tyres. As yeah, we skipped to the end of the lap then, where we're still under pressure from Gamer, and even more so now that we've run a bit wide there, but we've just about held the position for the time being then. But yeah, looks like we've just about got enough to stay ahead into turn 1. Well, we would have done if we hadn't, you know, locked the rears there and run wide. I feel like I needed like 56.5 brake balance for this race, because it just felt like 57 was too understeery, but yeah, 56 we were just having those snaps of oversteer, so yeah, it would have been really nice to have had, like half a percentage there available, but no, it is what it is then, and we lost the position. As yeah, Outlaw Flame is in then on end of lap 9, so that moves us up a position, as we've got Brock and Gamer then battling up in front of us, and yeah, we'll just have to see now then if we can find a way through here then on this next fly out section. I want to call it a straight, but it isn't, so yeah, we'll just have to see then how much battery we've got. We should have enough here then to really go for it down this not straight, so yeah, we'll see if we're close enough at all. But we've got Gamer then, looks like he's going to make the move on Brock as well, so we'll just have to see if we can pick up the pieces here then. Brock's covering the inside line here, so we'll try and go around the outside if we can, and finally get a move done around here, as we're side by side then through turn 12. And well, I think we may well have had it that time if we hadn't brushed the wall on the inside there, trying to go too tight on the inside. But yeah, Brock stays ahead for the time being, but then actually does pit at the end of that lap, and well, we will get ahead, but we may well lose out now, because we are going to have to pit sometime quite soon, because yeah, the rain is not coming down anytime soon, so yeah, we're going to have to put something else on sometime soon, as it looks like Dave has some kind of issue there because they're in AI mode, so that is going to be a place game for setting up in 7th. But yeah, we had to really think about what we're going to do in terms of strategy now then. Obviously we didn't put under the safety car, which, as I mentioned, looking back, I would have much preferred to do. And yeah, well, up 11 we really needed to come in there, because yeah, we were struggling quite a lot on the tyres. We lost that 1 second gap to Gamer Plays there, so yeah, decided to come in then. I didn't go for the hard tyres though, I decided to go for mediums again here, just because I knew that the rain was coming, so we wouldn't have to use the hard tyres in this race. And yeah, the mediums would be quicker, and I figured that, by the time that this set of mediums wore out, that we'd be on the wet tyres, or well, the inters by this point. So yeah, that was the thinking there, and we should now be able to catch up to Brock with this tyre advantage, even though they have, with the undercut, built up a 3.5 second lead. And yeah, next time round, or maybe a couple laps later, I'm not sure, we've got both Tolu and Alf in the pits, but Tolu's retired then, so again, a bit surprised at that they've done that. It just seems to be a bit of a recurring theme that people are just retiring mid-race for some reason, even though there are still points available. But again, I don't know if there's like some kind of, there's been like external factors or something that's made them have to quit there, so yeah, that's all I'll say. I shouldn't really comment when I don't know. So yeah, nonetheless, it's a place game for us anyway, so we're up into 8th place. But Alf then, who's recovering from that penalty, is now on the charge then. He's a lot quicker than us here, even with the tyre disadvantage, as yeah, and yeah, they're going to get the move done then. We didn't have the overtake there, so yeah, we were just really running on empty a long way down that straight, and yeah, Alf has got the move done then. We are catching up to Brock though, bit by bit every lap, so yeah, there's a chance to gain back in a position here then on the Cadillac driver as we're approaching the end of the lap now then. And yeah, just went quite close enough on the brakes there, but that was partly because Brock actually outbraked himself there, and that's going to give us a chance now then down towards the first corner here, if we're confident enough to go for it on the brakes here. Brock does cover the inside line, and yeah, I've never been that confident into this first corner, to be honest. I never really feel like I get it right, so yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit for to make the move here then. And yeah, it's really been down towards turn 11 where we've been able to really race other people here. And yeah, just going to save up the battery a little bit then, running in none through S section here then. And yeah, I've got a nice bit of battery saved up then, and we can really go for it now then, down towards turn 11. And we'll see then if this time we can finally make this move stick, because obviously we had a good run a few laps ago, but yeah, we messed it up. And yeah, we'll try not to do that this time then, as we are just about edging ahead there. It looked like he was going to try and fight back there, but we just about had enough then, and we are finally past Brock then and up into 8th position, as we skip now into lap 21, where it's really looking cloudy now. Cronin's in the pits, and it looks like that was at just the wrong time then that they put the medium tyres on and, you know, finally given up on those hard tyres, because now the rain is coming down. So yeah, if they just waited a couple more laps, they could have probably gone on to Inters there. So yeah, that's a shame for them. That's not been the best timing there in terms of the tyre strategy. But yep, decided to start one more lap because it didn't feel ready for the Inters by the end of the lap. Looks like Gamers decided to go for it then though, quite early on there then, onto the intermediate tyres. So they'll be the guinea pig then for this lap, as we see then if they can catch up to everyone on who's still running on the slicks here then. And by the end of this lap I still wasn't sure if it was ready for Inters or not, but then under braking and yeah, we just go straight on there. So I was like, yeah, it was time for Inters at this point, because yeah, we just had no grip under braking there. So we're coming on this lap then, and the top three interestingly all stay out there, but we've got Alf's in the pits up in front of us there, and I think there was an Alpine driver there. I can't quite see that on the map. Also came in as well. Brock's in also there behind us as well, and yeah, we'll be on the Inters now then to the end of the race. And yeah, that's why I went double medium then, because yeah, what with us now running on Inters, we didn't have to use both the dry compounds there. And yeah, we're on to 8th place then. Gamer nearly 7 seconds up the road then. Brock close behind us, but looks like picked up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. So they shouldn't be a threat to us now, hopefully, in this race. As yeah, next time around then, Cronin's in. And yeah, unfortunately that didn't work out for them. Then they lost the pit stop because of that call for the mediums there before. So yeah, they've dropped down a bit. We've quite a bit to Marcus though, who looks like they've maybe waited a little bit too long to go over to Inters there, and they've also picked up a 10-second penalty, so that could be another place game for us then near the end of this race. As yeah, just 5 laps, well, about 5.5 laps to go now then. So as long as we have some good pace here, well, I guess decent enough pace, then we should be alright to take that position from them then later on. As yeah, until lap 25 now then, and now we finally have the low grip mode then, and yeah, the boost disabled. So yeah, all the fun out of driving these cars is now sucked out of them. Can't use any kind of boost or anything. So slow down in a straight line. And yeah, I really do not enjoy driving these cars in the wet because of this. It feels like you just can't really do anything with them. And something I did realise as well, well, I didn't realise it soon enough actually, is that you can't really save as much fuel unless you've actively tried to lift a bit, and you don't really think about lifting in these conditions because you're not really using much battery. And yeah, I probably should have been paying a little bit more attention to that, because yeah, I ran out of fuel here. We were on for a great result here then, because I think I missed actually, someone must have dropped out there, because we were up to 6th. We would have been on for 5th place here because Marcus had a 10-second penalty and we were keeping within 10 seconds. And yeah, we missed out on that. And in fact, just meters from the line, now Cronin's going to have us as well here. So that was, yeah, really shambolic end there then. And yeah, we really messed that one up there. But yeah, it was just an all-round quite a messy race for us then. I felt like I just didn't really get my head back in the race after that early disconnection. And yeah, I feel like we made a few mistakes, both sort of in terms of driving and also strategy wise. So yeah, it was quite a poor race from us then. You see then the Alpine driver of Outdoor Flame took the win there, and I think it's Cookie in second, and then Gamer Plays on the podium for the first time this season then in 3rd. Okay, so as usual, I'm recording this bit a few days later once the stewards reports are done and the race results are in. And yeah, I do have to just quickly apologise because I did miss an incident when I was going through and cutting my highlights out. I did miss that there was an incident between Alf and Philippe when where Philippe crashed out, which is why I gained a place there. I just missed that when I was going through it, because it already cleared the incident when I went through that bit, but Philippe was out the race, so yeah, that's why we gained a position there. But yeah, that didn't go to the stewards, but only one incident did, which was actually between Alf and the other Cadillac of Brock, and that was no further action, which I think it was the right decision because, yeah, Brock was having a bit of lag during the race, so yeah, I saw the incident and I think that was just a case of that lag happening there more than anything, so I think that was the right decision personally. So yeah, that meant that the race results didn't change then, so Outdoor Flame took the win then from Cookie in second, and yeah, as I mentioned, Game of Play on the podium for the first time this season. Really made that strategy work today, so yeah, well done to them for that. And yeah, Alf was fourth then, Marcus fifth, and yeah, then Cronin, then us, and yeah, we just really blew it there with not paying attention to how much fuel we had left, because you know we would have been fifth. You know, we were keeping within 10 seconds of Marcus. We were comfortably ahead of Cronin, so yeah, that was just really quite poor from us there to throw away those couple of positions. And yeah, as I mentioned, Brock was eighth, and they've got a different name on here. Yacht Boy is ninth. What was their name? I've already forgotten it, but obviously you'll have seen it. I think it was like Subaru or something. I can't remember. Was ninth, classified ninth then. So what that means then in the Drivers' Championship is that everyone in that squad today managed to close in on the championship leader, Xanatartos. But yeah, they've still got a nice healthy 19-point lead at the moment then from Tolu, who is second. Then we are still in third place all this time later with 70 points, 23 off the lead. Brock a few more behind. Game of Plays jumps up to fifth then today, just ahead of Alf. And yeah, Fleet then down in seventh. I think will be ruin that chance there to close in a bit, but you know, still a long way to go this season. Yeah, Marcus, Cronin and Sky round out the top 10. And in the constructors, well, Gamer wasn't actually driving in the Ferrari today because there's apparently a glitch, but the point still counted for Ferrari. And yeah, with that third place, Ferrari still have a comfortable lead then over Cadillac in the constructors. Then it's Red Bull third, Alpine fourth, and we're still carrying Haas then in fifth. So yeah, that is it then for today. Not really the race we wanted, as I mentioned. I think that just the disconnection early on really just threw me off, and I think I made a lot of like bad decisions. I think I really should have pitted during that safety car. Like if I'd thought to, like tried to think it through a bit more, then I think I would have definitely pitted there. I think that'd have been a much better strategy to be on, and I'd have definitely paid more attention to, what my fuel was doing, because I think you just can't save anywhere near as much fuel when you don't have like the full battery, because yeah, you don't really like lift and coast. I guess you just use the battery less as well, so that obviously just means you probably don't save as much fuel. I don't know. I'm talking like I know these things, but I'm just speculating on that. But either way, we were saving fuel and then we weren't, and I didn't pay attention to it. So yeah, that was really my mistake there. And as I say, really, it just cost us 2 positions there at the end. It's not even the first time this season that I've like blown like positions on the final lap. So yeah, need to do better there, because yeah, we've thrown away some good points, even if the season has been going better than I expected so far. But yeah, we'll have a chance then to bounce back next time. Now next week there is actually a break, and then the week after that is the Belgian Grand Prix. So yeah, no FFRL next week, but I am still planning on having a video out next week. And yeah, if you've been around a long time by watching my league racing videos, I don't know if there is anyone still here who was here back in the day, racing with me on the old games, but yeah, if there is anyone here, then you might enjoy the video I've got planned for next week. And if you are, a newer viewer and you don't really like watching these 2026 F1 cars, then maybe you'll enjoy the video I've got next week a bit more. So yeah, that's where I'll round it off for today then. Hope you enjoyed this one, despite a few issues from connection and also my own driving as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for something else, and then the week after for the next round in FFRL.